Hey guys, I know this is not going to be a very popular video. I'm probably going to get a lot of comments on this, or maybe some negative ones, maybe some thumbs down. That's okay. That's okay, because Jesus said that, if they hated him, they're going to hate us, right? Um, Now, here's the thing, right? In society, I see society changing. I see lots of changes happening here. Okay, it used to have a certain structure, and now things are kind of being turned into a little blob, right? Because we're starting to say anything's okay. You can believe whatever you want, and no one can tell you any different, because then they're being intolerant, right? Or let's take a simple example. Let's say sex before marriage. Okay, now there was a time when sex before marriage was frowned upon, right? I think my mother told me that my grandmother didn't even kiss her husband before she got married. And the Bible tells us that, the man and wife should marry, and come together. And yet today, sex before marriage is something that you're supposed to do. And if you don't do it, then people think you're weird, right? And then let's take it a step further. Let's look at homosexuality. Okay, because homosexuality is clear in the Bible. It's a sin. Okay, there's a lot of verses. I have another video on homosexuality if you're wondering why it's a sin. Now here's the thing. We're supposed to love everyone. Okay, our enemy, our friend, everyone. We're supposed to love homosexuals. But the pendulum has kind of swung completely to the other side from the time when homosexuals were, let's say, being hurt by people and stuff, to today, where it's actually being promoted. Okay, because now, like, you sit down to watch a series, it's like there's a law that's been passed, and every new series needs to have a homosexual couple in it, and it's starting to be promoted as something normal, as something that is, just as normal as a man and a woman getting married. But the Bible tells us that this is a sin. Okay, these people should be seen as people that need help. They should be loved and embraced and helped to start to follow God. Not but this being just like sex before marriage has become something that is, if you don't do it, then you're weird. All right, that's how things are happening with homosexuality. And we were brought up. I was brought up thinking that sex, is something anyone can do. I knew that you should only do it after marriage, but no one really did that. Okay, and I'm worried now for my children. I'm concerned for them, because my children and my grandchildren, they're going to be brought up in this society where, homosexuality is everywhere. It's on TV, it's here and there and the other, and it's kind of like, when you come to the Bible after that, and you read the Bible, and the Bible tells you, homosexuality is a sin, there's going to be, I think, there's like three ways you can take that. The first way is you believe it, okay, and so that you start seeing it as a sin, which is going to be very difficult for these children who are growing up in this society where this structure has kind of become, anything goes, right? It's going to be very difficult for them to grasp these concepts and understand them, and because they're just being, conditioned into a different way of thought by the world, right? And so they're going to either say, I reject the Bible because it says homosexuality is a sin, and I'm growing up with homosexuals everywhere, and it's obviously, there's nothing wrong with it. Or they're gonna accept the Bible, but they'll just ignore the parts they don't like. So they'll ignore the homosexual part. They'll just say it was something, you know, maybe something people believed a long time ago, but it doesn't apply to us now, or something like that. And this is, guys, this is serious stuff, because the devil is using TV, is using society's changing things so that it becomes harder and harder for new Christians to accept the things in the Word of God, because the world is starting to put on this illusion, this lie that these things, let's say sex reform, marriage, homosexuality, and possibly other things that I'm just don't come to mind right now, are normal and good and acceptable and should be embraced and promoted. And so when these new believers come to the Bible and they read this stuff, it's going to be hard for them. So we really need to pray, you know, and so that these people can truly see the Word of God as truth, and see through this lie, through this illusion that the devil is creating. So yeah, I mean, I'm all for loving everyone, but we need to recognize sin for what it is, and we need to try and help people. You know, we need to try and bless them and love them and guide them into the truth. This is what we're supposed to do, not just accept and promote the things that God finds as and sees as evil, you know. But we're supposed to be with God. We're supposed to be on His side, seeing evil for what it is, seeing and saying, okay, this is not how God designed things. You know, this is something that is wrong in the sight of God, and so we need to help these people, bless these people, and guide them to the truth. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Let me know your thoughts. Take care.